by the white man, not understanding that that's his history.
That's right.
Not understanding that the way he grew up was all in lies. Not knowing that he was meant to be a god and a king, but he okay with being a peasant. He okay with having his 9 to 5. He okay to go clock in Uncle Sam.
Bring it out.
See, we ain't doing that no more. See, we coming out here to bring the truth. And the truth might hurt because that's not the way that you live. But nevertheless, the Most High tells us that ye are gods. But who is he talking to? He talking to the so-called black and Latino man.
That's right.
The so-called black and Latinos. The indigenous across the world. The low class. The ones in the ghettos. The ones that's surviving off of 9 to 5s. They working doubles to pay their bills. The ones that's off the Section 80. The ones who are Section 8. The ones who's living off of welfare. The ones who got food stamps. He says, ye are gods. But what else he says? He said, you gonna die like man though. So give me Psalms 82 and read verse 5.
Psalms chapter 82 verse 5. They know not, neither will they understand.
See, the Most High says they know not, and neither will they understand. But what else? Go.
They walk on in darkness.
See, the Most High says we walk in darkness. That's why we think it's okay the way that we live. We think just because we got a little money, we got a gold chain, we got a nice car, we got the rims. You got the a nice 15 with the amp in the back. You think you good, you think you popping. You got a lot of followers on social media.
Bring it out.
You might know like 1 or 2 celebrities. You got invited to some parties. You the cool person, right? You think it's cool that's the way we're supposed to live. But look at your neighbor. Look at your people. Your people is in the ghettos. Your people is not surviving. We strung out on drugs. We literally killing each other in the street, but we okay with it. As long as we get our little fix, as long as we got some money, we get it. Look, I'm good. I don't know where you at. I'm good. You see, I ain't worried about it. You see my Jordans, you see my Nikes, and I'm gonna pass that down to my children. But no, we ain't doing that no more.
That's right.
See, the Most High don't care about these materialistic things. See, the so-called black and Latino man, that's all we cared about. We cared about the flashy things. That's why they call us vanity slaves. That's why when you go to the Slauson Mall, you go to these swap meets, they know how to sell to you.
Bring it out.
Oh, that look nice on you. Come and buy. Hurry up and buy, matter of fact. Because I don't trust you with my gold. With my not even, it's not even real value gold over there. But as long as we got that, as long as we cool, then we good. As long as I look like I'm balling, then it's okay. But now we coming for our people to tell our people that the way that we living is not right, and there's a reason why we living this way. It's written in the scriptures. It's written in the word, the Bible. This Bible right here, this is not a white man book. This is your history.
That's right.
You know when they talked about Solomon and King David, that was your ancestors.
That's right.
So when you say you was kings and queens, that's where you find it in history.
That's right.
When you got temples and you got gold and temples made of gold, that was because that's the things that we like.
That's right.
And we had a culture, we had a law, and where is it found? It's written in the word of God.
Bring it out.
Go ahead, continue.
All the foundations of the earth are out of course.
See, all the foundations of the earth is out of course. Why is it out of course? Because you got kings acting like peasants. It's out of course because you're not in your right position of where you belong. That's why it's out of course. And it's because we stuck in folly and madness. We celebrate holidays that's based off of the destruction of our own people.
Bring it out.
And then say Black Lives Matter the next day. See, it's ignorant. And that's why the Most High says my people are destroyed. He says my children, my children is destroyed. Go ahead. But what did he say what we are though? What are you supposed to be? Go ahead.
I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High.
See, the Most High says ye are gods, and you're children of the Most High. I'm not talking about the white man. I'm not talking about the Chinese man. I'm not talking about the Asian, the Japanese, the Arab, whatever you want. I'm talking about the black and Latino man. I'm talking about the ones who's here in South Central LA. and the ones that's living in the ghettos across the four corners of the earth. That's who I'm talking to. The Most High says, read it again. Go ahead.
I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High.
Do you know what it means to be a god? Obviously not, because that's why we okay with working these 9 to 5.
Bring it out!
We okay with being just an employee, a servant, but then get offended when they say you they slave though. Oh yeah, you sure is a slave, because you gonna clock in and you gonna make sure you're not a minute late. You gonna clock in and make sure that Uncle Sam is good with you. You gonna wear they clothes. You gonna make sure you shave your beard. You gonna cut off your hair because they told you that's unprofessional. See, man, it's crazy how people think this way. And we gotta rise up out of this captivity. Give me Hosea 4 and 6. Give me Jeremiah 4:22.
Bring it out! Bring it out!
Go ahead, get your precept.
Isaiah chapter 5, verse 13. Therefore, my people are gone into captivity because they have no knowledge.
See, the Most High says we went into captivity, slavery. Yes, slavery is in the Bible. He says the reason why you went into captivity or slavery is because we have no knowledge. No knowledge. Go ahead.
Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
See, we destroyed for a lack of knowledge. We don't care about no type of knowledge. It's a microwave era. You want everything right away and think you good. You don't want to put the work into it. You don't know that the fact of where you come from, they wouldn't even accept that type of treatment that we be getting. We be talking about, oh, we happy with the U.S. Capitol getting invaded, right? Well, what about your hood getting invaded? What about your checks getting invaded? What about your businesses getting invaded?
Bring it out.
You tell me about that, and then I'll talk to you about the U.S. Capitol invasion.
Bring it out!
I'll talk to you about America's destruction, because America is going to fall, and where you going to be at? You going to hang on to the so-called white man.
That's right.
You going to hang on to him because you comfortable with being a slave. You said my master is dying, so I'ma die. My master is sick, so I'm sick.
Bring it out, huh?
It's ignorant. Go ahead.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God.
It's because we forgot the laws of the Most High. Law is order. I don't know why the Christian church is telling you the law is done away with. Why would you want a law to be done away with when the law is what we live by to be successful?
Bring it out!
As royal people. I'm not talking about the other people. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about your history they didn't tell you in school. When you was running things. That's what I'm talking about. The law. So why would the pastor tell you the law is done away with? So it's okay for me to go and fornicate now. Also, it's okay to go sleep with my brother's wife. So it's okay to kill my brother in the street. It's okay. It's okay for me to lie, to steal, to break the Sabbath, to eat whatever I want. That God is just going to love me. No, it's not okay. See, the Most High says you are destroyed for a lack of knowledge because you left my law. He said, I will reject you. Reject. You got that, Jeremiah? 4:22. Go ahead.
Bring it out!
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 4, and verse 22. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are Sodom's children.
See, the Most High says we're Sodom's children. So what we going to do? How we going to get out of captivity? What is the next step? The next step is to get back to these laws.
Yes, that's right.
The next step is to open the Bible and start reading, start studying, and don't just go off of what I say or what other brothers say. Go home and study. Question. Stop living in this damn microwave era. Stop living in this time where we just want to scrolling down social media all day. Stop living in that time. You more than that. You more than an entertainer. You more than that. Own some businesses. Bring the kingdom on earth. Show it how it's supposed to be done. Get back to the way we supposed to live. Go ahead and finish it.
And they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge.
But to do good, we have no knowledge. That's why the way we think it's okay to scroll on Instagram and see your own people being killed. That's just the way life is, right? No, that's not the way it's supposed to be. That's not the way it's supposed to be. We can't go on the way that we think. So the Most High, everybody want to say, follow your heart. No, you don't follow your heart. You need to learn what the Bible says about the heart. See, the Bible, it tells you how deceitful the heart is. And it tells you that the way that your heart thinks and the way that we think today is not the way we should be living. And it's evident. That's why you see it when you're going down the street. You don't fear. You got beautiful sisters prostituting their bodies, selling their bodies. Because that's all they think they are. Sex objects. You go on Instagram, I can't scroll and just scroll for a laugh. I always got to scroll past some nakedness, some women being half naked. I can't turn on the radio because all the brothers is talking about, I'm going to F your B and stuff like that. Talking about I'm going to take your woman, take your girl. The value of a woman went down. The value of a man went down. The woman said the niggas ain't shit or whatever. They don't believe in the man no more because the man don't got no power no more. What is a man? A man, you're supposed to be created in the image of God, right?
Bring it out.
And God created you, right? So you should be able to create something too. You got it within your mind to have dominion. The Most High gave you dominion over the animals, over the creatures, right? So why we don't got no dominion when we deal with our people? Why we don't got no dominion when we live day by day? See, I'm not cool with just being a black man. I even like calling myself I'm a black man. I don't like saying that. I'm not cool with not understanding my own language. I'm not cool with my women, with our women looking down on each other. I'm not cool with the man looking down on each other. I'm not cool with none of that. So what we got to do? Are you cool with it? Is this the way we gonna live? Is this how we gonna get out of captivity? See, the Most High says that you are placed in a captivity because you didn't follow my law. Finish that off, my bad. God, give me, oh my bad, I got you. God, go ahead.
Jeremiah chapter 2 verse 14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? The young lions roared upon him.
See, the Most High says, is Israel a homeborn slave? He said, God damn, they acting like they peasants. They acting like they slaves. They okay with it, though. Here we Deuteronomy 7:6. Then you gonna read that again. See, the Most High says, is Israel a homeborn slave? Now, why would he say, is Israel a homeborn slave? Read it again.
Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled?
It's because we spoiled. Man, we got everything handed to us. But we still lazy. We still acting sluggard. We still acting like things are supposed to just be handed to us. See, the Most High says we are spoiled people. So when you got spoiled milk, right, it's destroyed. You gonna throw that milk away, right? We don't want no spoiled milk. So us spoiled people, we don't care about those. We don't want to be spoiled. But that's what we are. And that's the way we live, and it's evident. It's evident. So how we gonna get out of it? What do we have to gird ourselves up to be? Give me 2 Timothy 3:2. Give me 2 Timothy 2:3. Give me Job 8:8. Job 8:8.
Get out. Get out.
Now we gotta move forward though, man. You can't. Sometimes I dwell on the ugly side because that's all I see. You know, that's all I was used to. That's all as a child grew up. Household problems, man. Neighbor problems. All my people got problems. Stressed out. Kids stressed out. They got too much. The stress levels is too high. You're getting killed by stress.
Bring it
You
out.
got a family divide. So when you go to school. So then you're getting oppressed by school, either by depending on the area you live in. If you grow up in a nice area, you still gonna get oppressed by the other nations because they don't call you nothing. You don't see you as being nothing. So you're gonna get oppressed there. And then you got your friends. If you in a nice area, they might be some other nations. They think you could do all these type of things. They talking about you behind your back. You being destroyed when you away from home. And then you go home and there ain't no peace. Your mom and your pops is arguing. Your dad is leaving. Your mom is with another man. Your mom might be with another woman nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing as a child when you grow up and you see those type of things. That's not good for the child to grow up and be. because then he just gets confused within his mind, he or she. And now we got transgenders. You got children trying to say that they a different sex. So you got kids growing up being disobedient to parents. You got kids saying I'm this and that. They being educated on sex at a way too early age. So it's off balance. As the scripture in Psalms 82, he says the earth is off course. The foundations of the earth is off course. So how are we going to get back on course? You tell me. Give me Job 8:8 first. Go ahead.
It's the book of Job, chapter 8 and verse 8. For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age.
See, Job says inquire. He says start off with just thinking, inquire. But of what? The former age. Why would he say the former age? That's your history. He says learn about the former age. And he says, I pray thee. Job is begging. The same way we come on the corners, we beg our people to know who you are, to read, to question, to not take everything that you get on the internet. We tell our people, inquire to know your history, know who you are. So Job is saying the same thing. Read it again.
For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to the search of thy fathers.
See, Job says, prepare yourself for the search of your fathers. Why would he say that? Because then you have some sense of identity. You have some a source of identity. Then you're going to know who you are. So once you identify yourself, and once you see what your people was doing, then you're like, dang, I was supposed to be living like that. I didn't grow up just to be a slave. He said, before slavery, I was a king. So therefore, I got to start acting like it, as it says in Deuteronomy 7:6, about being a special and royal people. So first, you got to inquire. Give me drop down chapter 9, 24.
Book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. For the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof.
My bad, read verse 21.
Verse 21. Though I were perfect, yet would I know my soul. I would despise my life.
See, Job already understood that you got to know where you come from. You got to look at your stuff. See where you come from. See what's your father. What's your father's father? What did you guys do? See, you got to learn your history. This identity. So if you identify yourself, then you're not going to be subject to being confused when the so-called white man tell you ain't nothing. Because then you're going to look at history like, man, history says otherwise. So therefore, I'm going to live up to that point. Because I ain't about to let this happen generation to generation. So we got to learn those things first. You learn your identity. Once you got a sense of identity, then we can get somewhere. And then once you get it back, once you find out who you are, and you understand that it goes back to the scriptures, then you're going to find your law. When the Most High, give me Deuteronomy, what's that, 4 and 6, I think? I think that's 6 and 4. Give me Deuteronomy 6 and 4. Go ahead, read, start at verse 4. Go ahead.
Wake them up.
Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 4. But ye that did cleave unto the Lord your God are alive, every one of you this day. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments.
See, the Most High gave us laws. He gave us statutes and judgments to live by. So therefore, he gave you an order. If you don't know, you were supposed to be in rulership and provide the order of the earth. That's your position. I'm talking to my so-called black and Latino man. That is your position. You're supposed to have that type of authority. So right here, he says, I taught you statutes and judgments. So I gave you ceremonies, and I gave you judgments to live by. Because yes, as the brother said, he tried to tell my brother right here that he had no sense of judging him. And then he gonna try to turn to other brothers and say, man, how is he judging me? Y'all got him teaching? No, that's Tupac, and only God can judge me. That ain't written in the scriptures. See, the Most High says, I gave you, read that verse again.
But ye that did cleave unto the Lord your God are alive, every one of you this day. Behold, I taught you statutes and judgment.
See, the Most High gave us understanding, statutes and judgments to live by. Go ahead.
Even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land, whether ye goes to possess it.
In any land that you live in, that's the way we're supposed to do. That's exactly what we're supposed to do. So give me that last couple verses.
Teach, therefore, and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
So that is your wisdom and your understanding. The laws of God is. That is your wisdom, your understanding. That's how you get out of captivity. That's the only way. There ain't no other way of getting out of this position, because the Most High says, and no one will save you, or no one will buy you. What does that mean? That means no one's going to save you. No one is going to save you. Give me Jeremiah 7:14. You got that one? Okay, come on. 2 Timothy. You can get that one. Well, I was going to hold off on that. I was going to ask the brother over there if you got any questions first. 7:14, go ahead.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 7 and verse 14. Therefore will I do unto this house, which is called...
And that's 7, chapter 7. Yeah, come on, get that one. Oh, 17, my bad. Yeah, come on. My bad, brother. What was your name again? You said it was
Mike.
Oh, Mike?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, brother Mike, man.
Yeah, you call me Mike.
Okay, oh, Mike is cool.
Yeah.
It's not nothing
No,
else.
ain't no problem.
All right, cool, man. All right, Mike, man. I'm gonna ask you a question afterward. Go ahead.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee. And I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in a land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever.
See, the Most High is angry with us right now. He said you're gonna discontinue from your heritage. You discontinue from your heritage. First you take the language, and then you take the full. You just take the full culture away, and you ain't gonna have no type of culture no more. You ain't gonna have no type of culture. Brother Mike, hey, how you doing? You good? So man, what you think so far? I didn't want to.
I've been watching y'all for a while, so man.
Man, all praise be to the Most High.
Student, man.
Oh man, all praise be to the Most High.
Y'all can be here. I'm here.
Yeah, all praise be to the
All
Most
praises.
High.
All
So how long you say you've been watching this for a minute?
Yeah, for probably a good 3 months.
Okay, cool. All right. So you kind of do you how you feel about the whole Israelite I guess you could say kind of movement? How do you feel about the Israelites?
I feel it's a powerful movement.
It is powerful. Man, clap it up for the brother, man. That's very powerful. It is.
And I came into the truth about 4 years ago.
Okay, come on.
Started knowing a little something about it. Started really knowing my true identity. And,
Right.
You know what I mean? As an Israelite.
That's right.
So since then I just been watching a few brothers like you know what I mean, y'all camp, a couple other camps. Yeah, I mean I'm still a work in progress, you know what I mean, brother.
Man, hey, it's all good. It's cool to be at work in progress because it's not gonna come just in a day.
Right.
It ain't gonna come. It's not gonna come right away.
Right.
Even for the brothers up here, we all still a work in progress as well. Cause we trying to get right. You know, we want to make it to that kingdom. So how you doing, King? Shalom. So we want to make it, man. But everything is about endurance. Actually, yeah. Let me get that 2 Timothy. You got it? 2 Timothy 3 and 2. 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 2. And who got the Apocrypha? I need Sirach chapter 2 verse 1. Yeah, 2 and 3. Go ahead.
So book of 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua Mashiach.
See, the Most High, he says endure hardness as a good soldier. So what is a soldier going to do? See, a soldier's going to endure. A soldier's going to take all that type of pressure that he getting, and he going to make sure that he get through it, regardless of how hard it is.
That's right.
So the Most High is telling us that that's the same mentality. We got to be at like a soldier's attention to him, to his commandments. But since you are a soldier, then that means you're going to have certain things that's going to come in your way. You're going to have certain things that's going to might entice you. You're going to have thoughts that it's going to be a little bit escalated than what it was when you was in the world. So give me that Sirach chapter 2, verse 1.
Sirach chapter 2 verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
The Most High says we got to prepare our soul for temptation. Prepare your soul for temptation, because he said it's going to come. It's going to come based off of what you like, though. Because everything, all those spirits that was on you going to try to come back and return and come back to you 7 times stronger to try to break you down. It's a battle. We can't. It's not as easy as just saying I'm an Israelite. We got requirements to do. We got requirements. But that's good. What was that? I think that's Zephaniah chapter 2 verse 1. Yeah, give me Zephaniah 2 verse 1 as he reads verse 2. Go ahead. Yeah, you got the Sirach chapter 2. Go ahead.
Sirach chapter 2 verse 2. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make it not haste in the time of trouble.
See, that's what's going to happen. You're going to have to constantly endure. And the Most High says don't make no haste when you're in trouble. Because he going to put you in certain positions in order for you to understand certain things that you did. Right? Each one of us got some we got some sins to cover. We got some work. We digging a hole right now. We working to try to get the salvation when the Most High return.
That's right.
So everything. So we feel you on a personal level. But you know what really helps out is this. Read that.
Book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yeah, gather together, O nation not desired.
So the Most High says gather yourself together, though. The same way that that's the lion pray. See, they stronger when they together. So when it's alone, then you got the predators that's able to take advantage of that time. So it's better to gather yourself together when you got a body that you can be around, because then you got brothers to support you. Our brother might deal with that brother deal with. Our brother might deal with that, what you might deal with, and therefore it can be a motivation on what exactly he had to do in order to overcome that. So therefore you got some wisdom on what he did. So that's all we are, and that's why we come out here we want to gather our people, because most of our people going through the same exact thing. We just don't talk about it though. You don't talk about it. Go ahead, get your precept.
Ecclesiastes chapter 4 verse 9. 2 are better than 1, because they have a good reward for their labor.
They got real
For if
damn.
they fall, the one will lift up
And then
his
it shows the
fellow.
sign, battery.
But woe to him that is alone.
See, the Most High says, woe to him that is alone. Because if he falls, who's going to pick him up? Who going to lift him up? I know Khan, all praises. Khan, I know we got social media. I know we be on YouTube. It's good to kind of broadcast the videos for our people to get some motivation. But you know what's even better, when I can go knock at the brother's door and go talk to him.
That's right.
When I can go sit down, we can have some food and we can talk about something.
That's right.
It's better when you got that one-on-one relationship more than going on subscribing on YouTube or subscribing or going on Facebook and sharing the content. It's different when you can actually see your brothers and meet them. And that's why we come to the corners. That's why we on the street corners. You're going to see your teachers. Go ahead, get that precept.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 37 and verse 12. But be continually with a godly man whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord.
So it says, be continually with a godly man. So one thing that you want to do, you still prove the brothers. So for any Israelite that I say that has been watching online, I'd like to give them this message. It's basically trying to find somebody that you could connect with. Find somebody that you can talk with. Find somebody that you can study with, go over doctrines with, go over prophecies with. Find somebody you can really just fully connect with, basically. Because if you're gonna be alone and you might have some type of issue, you're not gonna be strong alone. So that's my motivation to you. But make sure that you checking out the brothers and making sure that they sharpen the word too, that they real. You want to get that? Go ahead.
Sirach chapter 6 verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him.
So prove them first. Man, brothers got precepts up here. But God, you gotta prove them first. So with that, what is your how do you feel about the whole like camp thing or?
I put it like this. I like y'all brothers.
God, all praises.
I like y'all brothers. And there's only a couple I do like.
Right.
But y'all here, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about it. That's why I came out today. You know what I mean?
All praise.
All praises. Hey man, well we gotta connect. I know you were talking to the brother over there.
Right.
So man, just hit us up. You know, you ever got any questions? And if you, especially if you local, you gotta connect with everybody that's local. Cause when stuff go down, God. So when stuff go down, who we gonna call? You know, some people we can't call their family members, unfortunately. We don't got no protection there. Go ahead, you get your precept.
Psalms chapter 1 verse 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful.
God, like the brother was saying. So the scripture that we got prior was talking about proving a friend. So make sure that if you do decide to make that step, if you want to push it a little bit further, then make sure that you're proving them. So I'm not saying necessarily, you gotta come with us or whatever, but we here for you though. You know, we here for the conversations, we here for the assistance. So that's all we doing. So with that being said, you got any questions or anything? You good?
No, I'm good. I'm pretty grounded. If anything come to mind, I'll be sure to ask.
All praise be to the Most High. I guess I'll let Brother Thaddeus, Saint Thaddeus, come up, man.
Saint Thaddeus.
God, all praises, go ahead.
All praises. If you got any questions too, feel free to ask. If you got any questions, you can feel free to ask too. Yeah, your shit about to die.